Good morning, students. Coach V is Adaptive Physical Education teacher here with this week's activities. I hope everyone is doing well at home. Today, we're going to do tracking a balloon, where we're going to use hand and eye coordination. We're going to hit the balloon up with paddles. I know you're at home, you may not have a paddle, so I'm going to give you 3 examples of the type paddles that I'm going to use. I'm going to use your regular plastic paddle or even a tennis racket if you have one. Okay? The second one is going to be a small wooden paddle. And if you can get permission from your parents, you can take a paper plate and some tape and a spatula and take the paper plates to the spatula and use it as a paddle for time being. Okay? Those are the 3 paddles. And we're just going to use the regular balloon or balloons to hit. Make sure you have open space, because once you start tracking and hitting the balloon, I don't want you to walk into something or trip over anything to hurt yourself. So make sure you have open space. This activity can be done inside or outside. I'm not going to take a whole lot of materials to get this going. So, example, I'm going to get one of the paddles, I'm going to get one of the balloons. So, students that were with me last year, you're pretty familiar with this activity. It helps your hand and eye coordination because you're using your hand to hit the balloon and you're using your eyes to stay focused. Don't have to hit it very hard. Just tap it, let it go up, tap it, let it go up, tap it, let it go up. Alright, catch it. If you want to switch hands with the paddle and see can you hit it with both hands, you can. Like I say, it's not a very hard activity, very simple. You're also getting a little exercise in it because you're moving. But we're going to use this as a hand-eye coordinator, hand and eye coordination, and tracking a balloon. For ones that don't have a paddle or don't have the materials to make the paddle, like the spatula and the paper plate, just use your hand. You can just use your hand, hit the balloon, hit the balloon, hit the balloon. For some reason or another that you don't want to do it standing, you can just sit in your chair. Take your hand. I wouldn't sit in the chair and take a paddle, because sometimes the paddle gonna hit it a little where you have to go chase it. But just hit it up. Hit it up. You're still using your hand and eye coordination. Hand and eye coordination. You can do this activity for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however much you like. You can get a family member, a sibling, a relative to do it with you. If the balloon get away, they can go get it, bring it back to you. Okay? We're going to do 2 activities into one. That's one, the tracking of the balloon. Second activity going to be where we sit and do a little stretching. Sit in a chair and do a little stretching. And I'm going to use a stretch band. This is what I have here at school. I'm going to do a stretch band. But if you don't have a stretch band at home, you can use a sock or a towel. Anything that can give a little bit when you pull on it. Okay? I'm going to use my stretch band, and I'm going to do several stretches. And if you like, you can follow along with me, or you just can watch the video and do them at your spare time. I'm gonna sit, use correct posture, make sure your back is straight back. The first one I'm gonna do is the arms of the chair. You're sitting in a chair with arms on it. Take the stretch band, put it underneath, take both hands, pull up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to the other side. Don't be in a hurry. Put it underneath the arms. Pull up. Make sure you have it locked in under there. Make sure you get it back. Don't put it at the edge because it'll slip off. Make sure you have it up under there locked in. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one gonna be, just put it midways and start with your right or your left, whichever one you want to be. Keep one stationary and pull with your other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the last one we're gonna do with the stretch band gonna be over your head. The only thing you're gonna do, you're just gonna pull with both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we're gonna use our hands and we're just gonna lean forward as far as we can. 4 times. 1, come back. 2, come back. 3, come back. And 4. The last stretching exercise, we're gonna do one hand at a time. You can start with your left or you can start with your right. I'm gonna start with my right. We're gonna go extend our hand as far as we can above our head. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Today, that concludes our activity. I also want you to do your warm-up exercise at the beginning of this activity, along with the activity that I just gave. That's tracking a balloon and your stretching. You also can do the tracking of the balloon by sitting in a chair, but do not use the paddles when you're sitting in a chair. You can use your hand, and like I say, you can get someone home with you. They have the time. They can do the activity with you. This concludes this week's activity. Take care. Hopefully see you soon.